we're back. We're here to tell you guys everything that happened with the Champions League and Europa League this week.
Nice.
Starting it off Tuesday, first game, 12:45 here in the US&A. Chelsea go on to lose to a goal from Miroslav
Orsic. That boy Orsic on
guy.
FIFA 19 or something. Team of the season.
If you know, you know.
Chelsea. Tuchel gone. Tuchel's gone. Chelsea are losing. How does this affect LeBron's legacy? I mean, no.
I mean, honestly, for this Chelsea team to lose 1-0, it's not super surprising. They're a very vulnerable team at the back. I mean, you saw how many center backs they lost and how many they attempted to bring in, and it's just not gelling yet.
Yeah.
But then they go on and make this rash decision, in my opinion, to sack one of the best 5 to 7 managers in the world.
I don't know about that. We can give him like top 15.
We'll see, but okay. But a Champions League winner,
yeah,
a league winner in France. This guy's not a slouch, but Todd Boehly, the owner of Chelsea, just didn't see eye to eye to him, and they chose to do what they chose to do.
All right, next game, Champions League, PSG Juventus, 2-1 to PSG. As you can see, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Messi.
What a trio.
It's inevitable. It's going to be a good game. And that first half was insane. Especially Mbappe and Messi and Neymar. Just Neymar this season is going crazy.
So far this season, he is on pace to have his best season ever. And that includes the treble-winning season for them in Barcelona back in 2014. So
yeah, where he went crazy.
He is just consistently this year put together great performances. That team's starting to click. Obviously, we hear all kinds of rumors about how Mbappe does this and runs this and gets mad at this, and they put it away that game, and they really just showed Juve that Juve cannot compete with them quality-wise.
Juve did put up a fight for sure. You could see they defended low. They're really compact, as you'd expect them to be against this PSG side. They played 3 at the back, basically like a 8 at the back, honestly, with all the people back.
Right.
But when they had the ball, they tried to move it up. They had some good plays. Kostic, their new signing on the left, looking really good for them. Vlahovic, he seemed very upset at a lot of points in this game, frustrated about the service, not getting the ball, the positions he was getting the ball.
He couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, he couldn't get it under control. Later on in the second half, though, Weston McKennie comes on.
Yeah, boy.
Shows you why he needs to be on.
Shows you what the Americans are all about.
Gets a goal, jumps up, heads it over everybody, over Kimpembe. It was a really good goal. I want to see him starting more. He's come off the bench the last like 3 games or so. So hopefully he can start getting back into the starting 11.
Get a groove, get a good
run. Getting into it with Juve and everything like that. But yeah, 2-1 for PSG. They were just too good. Madrid, 3-0 over Celtic. Just Real Madrid. They had an amazing team goal for Vinicius, all the way from Courtois, all the way up the field. It is Celtic, but, I mean, it's Champions League Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, though, do unfortunately suffer an injury to Benzema.
Yeah.
3 to 4 weeks. It's going to be tough for them, but really in the league, there's nobody to compete with, and as long as they can make it out of the group stage, which they probably will, because they're Real Madrid, they should be just fine.
And Eden Hazard, who they are hoping will be able to slot in and replace Benzema while he's out, got a goal for the first time in 10 years or something like that. So that's good for him. Hopefully he can catch some form. I like Hazard. I would love to see him at least getting back into that form before the World Cup, because seeing a fully functioning Belgian team needs Eden Hazard at his best, and they would be insane.
Absolutely. Plus everything that he can give to Real Madrid, they could possibly go back-to-back if he really does start to come into his Chelsea form, but he still hasn't found it, so we'll see if he's able to get back to it.
Yeah. City, 4-0 over Sevilla.
Big
Come on. Erling Haaland, inevitable. 2 goals. De Bruyne with an assist. Inevitable. I mean, we went to Sevilla. Their stadium is beautiful. amazing atmosphere. They ran a lot, but we were just too good, honestly. And that's basic. That was just all it was. Erling Haaland is insane. Champions League, he loves it. He's not just scoring in the league. He's scoring in the Champions League too.
And honestly, this is going to get pretty repetitive for you guys this year. Just a heads up, Haaland is going to score a lot. De Bruyne is going to assist a lot. City's going to win a lot.
I love it.
Unfortunately, you and I all have to get used to it. So,
but everybody here watching, I know, is a City fan, so it's all good. I know that Erling Haaland, him coming in, has created such a big hype around the club and everything like that, and I love it. I absolutely cannot get enough of it. But
gotta live up to it.
In my heart, for sure. But in my heart, I truly want to see De Bruyne have. I feel like this will be his. I'm not saying he's going to win the Ballon d'Or. I'm not saying he's going to win the Ballon d'Or. But
you're saying he's going to win the Ballon d'Or.
I'm saying he's going to win the Ballon d'Or. Like, I think, God, I have so much hope that he will break the assist record in the Prem. I know he's already has it, tied with Henry. We don't tie for first around here. We want first. De Bruyne needs to get 21. Getting all the assists, and with Erling Haaland up top, dude, it could happen. And it's just, I love seeing the team actually being able to integrate, everybody play together. Everybody thought big number 9, oh no, but look at him. He comes in, does a job. Alvarez comes in, does a job. You could see the last weeks in the Prem. Erling Haaland now has 6 or 7 games and like
10 goals.
More than that.
10 in the Prem.
Okay, I'm 12 goals in 7 games, all comps.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Ridiculous.
So, hopefully he keeps it up. 4-0 City. Alright, Wednesday, you know what happened. The best result of the day. Liverpool lost. 4-1. To Napoli.
Forza Napoli.
Forza Napoli. Come on. Osimhen doing the bits, then gets injured. Hopefully he comes back in good form. But this sub, Simone, however you say it.
Simeone.
He's look at that. He's got the tattoo since he was 13 or whatever. Kisses it, scoring against Liverpool. Napoli absolutely making Liverpool look foolish. And we can just say now, Liverpool kind of self-destructed in a lot of aspects. Joe Gomez is shit. Trent cannot defend. Virgil van Dijk needs to get it back together. Something's wrong with that team.
Well
Something's really wrong, and I think Klopp needs to get his head right. Needs to get his team's head right because they're absolutely off it right now.
If you guys have the ball knowledge that we do, you can think back to the season before last where Van Dijk was out. 7 months, 9 months of the season. So that is very similar to how this team looks. It just looks like there's a piece missing, and whether that is Mane on the left wing or a midfielder that they're just not available right now, or whatever it is, whether it's Klopp or the higher up, whatever, there is a problem. Mm-hmm. They're going to have to solve it, but unfortunately, I think they will solve it pretty quick. They're never going to fire Klopp like Chelsea fired Tuchel. That's never going to happen. Liverpool could lose and not make it out of the group stage, and they would still keep Klopp. It's just not going to happen, so they'll eventually put it together, but hopefully for us, they just keep fucking losing.
Yeah. Tottenham, 2-0 over Marseille. Look at that. Tottenham back in the Champions League and getting a win. Richarlison scoring the 2 goals.
On his
emotional.
Champions League debut.
That's so insane. I feel like sometimes...
And as a sub.
100%. And I feel like sometimes we forget that these players are people too. And they were once little kids like us who had big dreams.
Watching these people on TV.
And here he is now, fulfilling his true dream. Being able to score in a Champions League game with his family in the stands, that's insane. I mean, that's got to be an insane feeling for him. I can see why he was emotional afterwards.
Goes over to the stands, obviously, says hi to his mom and dad. But for me, the real highlight of the game was him hugging his family, saying he loves them, telling them thank you, and this kid next to him says, "Hey, can I have your shirt?" and he just looks at him with this puzzled-ass look like, I just made my debut, and I scored in this shirt. You ain't getting this shit, kid.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite parts. But good for him. Good for his family. Good for Spurs.
Bayern, 2-0 over Inter. We didn't watch the game. Nobody really cares. It's Bayern, though, and Inter, two colossal clubs.
Sane looking real good. Some great first touches. There was one ball that I did see. Goes from the right back all the way up to inside the box. The right back was about halfway line. Goes up all the way into the box. Just Sane takes an absolutely beautiful touch on his left foot. Slots it in. I mean, there's nothing more you can ask from him. I mean, he's always going to be somebody that can beat you either with pace or with his dribbling ability.
Inter this season haven't been doing as good as most people would expect, I don't think. I think there's been a lot of...
they have lost a couple of people.
Yeah, they've lost a couple people, got some new people in.
But their spine is still there.
Yeah, I think they're a little unsettled right now. I mean, they're not off the pace completely by any means, but losing 2-0 to Bayern, it's gonna be a rough one to take. Now we're on to Trevin's favorite part of the video, the Europa League.
The best competition in all the world. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, guys.
The most competitive European competition.
Only closely followed up behind the Conference League, and I'm only saying that in case we were to drop down there.
Only the most elite play in those two.
But you can see the flag's not there. You obviously can tell. Wasn't a great game. 1-0 loss. Honestly, we didn't play well, but I still don't feel that we deserved the loss. I don't think we deserved a win by any stretch of the imagination, but we didn't deserve the loss there. The VAR and the officiating in the Europa League and the Champions League is either top class, top tier, 10 out of 10, would recommend every time, or absolute fucking dog shit. There is no median, and in this time, for United, it was dog shit. I mean... The decision to award the penalty, I can understand why in real time that ball is shot so hard and so quick that it looks like it comes off of his arm. But then, when you see the replays back, and we have the benefit of VAR, which we've had, for 3 to 5 years now in different leagues.
We don't know if we want to call it a benefit, but
yeah, exactly. You look at the replay and you see first contact on the knee, second contact on the fucking elbow. It wasn't even his arm, and he's like this. Hits right here on his elbow. In what way is that a fucking penalty?
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely wanted Sociedad to win. Got the city biased, David Silva biased, but
never a pen.
That's a rough call.
Never a pen.
And it's
bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. United didn't deserve the loss. We deserved to leave there with 1 point. Not a great performance. I would never say that we deserved a win because that performance just was disjointed and it wasn't all there.
Ronaldo was off the pace for sure.
Didn't have a great game. Casemiro didn't have a great game. I mean, Maguire came in. He did pretty decent. He didn't really make any mistakes. Didn't do anything that great. Was kind of hoping he'd have a good performance to give himself some confidence. Maybe get a clean sheet against Sociedad. Maybe have a couple of good through balls. Have a couple of good crossfield passes, which he did, to be fair. He had some good passes. But at the same time, he just didn't do enough to get his place back. As soon as we go back to the Prem, he's going to be on the bench again. Varane and Martinez. Best duo in the Prem. IMO. But that's for another discussion. United just didn't look the pace. Deserved a point. Didn't get it. Kind of got shafted, but you can't leave yourself in those spots.
Alright, I'm not showing all the Europa League results. Nobody gives a fuck, but we already saw United. We had the Conference League too. Nobody cares about the Conference League. We're not going to talk about that.
You know what, though? If you like a certain team in the Europa League or the Conference League, put it in the fucking comments, and we'll do all the research and talk about your favorite team.
If you comment,
just let us know.
If you comment a team, and you're watching this right now, I promise you, whatever team it is, we'll find out everything there is to know about that team.
Goddamn right. I don't care if you're in the Romanian 8th division.
We'll talk about
it out.
We'll find them.
We'll figure it out.
And we'll be fans. We'll figure it out, for sure. Alright, that's all the results. All the good, the bad, the ugly, in between. Man City 4-0 over Sevilla. United taking the loss to Sociedad in the Europa League. No Premier League next week, most likely, or this weekend, because
the Queen's dead.
The Queen is dead, so for whatever reason, we have to cancel the Prem, because that's going to make everything better. So, no Prem. When something happens, we'll let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.